Our next speaker is Professor Albert van Niekerk, who is from AVN Tech Coaching, and he is the current managing partner of AVN Tech Coaching. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
Over to you, Professor.
Thank you very, very much for the opportunity, and I would just like thank you very much to say that we are very happy to be with you guys, and I think I'm going to talk about the most important skill that entrepreneurs need, which actually gets the most less attention, and that is what we call money. Most of all of us don't have enough money to start our ventures because we do not know how to do these financial engineering strategies and to obtain that kind of money you need to actually do your startup. So I would like actually to share a screenshot with you now. And the first thing I need to say to you that it's not your product or your market or your technology that's important. It's essential business processes and your ability to transform that process into a strategic capability. So it means we must do it. So there's a new value chain which is caused by technology, global markets, and the sheer speed of communications. We need to do something differently. And I would like to actually look at something that we say you need to build your business opportunity. So it's not always your technology that is important. So if we look at the opportunity, how to build that opportunity, it consists of your business case. So we need to build a business case. We need to do our intellectual property portfolio. That's very important. And then something that we really lack the skills is our financial engineering strategies. You need a financial model. You can't build it just on financial statements, and you need a good financial strategy. The problem we have is because we don't do this, we have a nice thing which we call the valley of death. And this is where our projects die. Even though we have very, very good technologies, and we've got very good business cases, we don't actually have the money and the resources to fund the startup financial requirements. And one of the most important things is that we don't have enough finances. So most of us start bankrupt, and it's because we lend a little bit here, we lend a bit there. We make use of grants, and in the financial strategy, grants are good for us, but from the financial market point of view, they will call us grantrepreneurs. So we need to build good financial instruments. And if you look at the project research to industrialization, you will find there's a process, and here we work, and here we will find the value of death. It's in that startup processes to get our projects from the ground. So the question is, who finance what when? And this is the first thing that we need to understand. It's in our cluster of skills that we build, we need to understand who is really financing where and what. And I made a little chart for us, say more or less how much money you're going to need. So you need your market research done, and or there we say it's own capital. We call it the fools, the friends, and the family. But it goes in as own capital, and nobody will finance that. Your second one is to identify your feasible idea that's going to support your technology. So there you're going to need around about 20,000 rands, and that is your own capital too, or as I said, from the fools, the friends, and the family. Then we go into a formal business planning process to compile a bankable business plan. Let's just say, very important, it's a bankable business plan. It's not a generic business plan. And here you're going to need around about 850,000 rands, and that can be financed from own capital, parastatals, business angels, but your formal capital markets will not be there. And this is not where you're going to see venture capital. They don't finance there. Also, your banks, your debt financing. This is not where they finance at all. So we need to build financial models that will actually help us to have the right amount of money to start the business. Good. And that is also a part of which proves the viability of your project. So the viability means, can we manage this project over time and at sustainable profits? So there's an old saying, if we can produce that bankable business plan, money is a given, which is true. And then we go into the implementation of the business plan, and there everybody has funding. There's a lot of parastatal funds available. There's a lot of angel funding available, and there's a lot of formal capital markets. So we don't actually really know the different financial sources that we can need. So we can actually do debt financing, equity financing, or a hybrid financing. That's both of them. Good. So in debt financing, it's not always taking the bankable plan to the bank. There are 7 sources of debt financing, and I'm using one that I developed and worked very well for me. It's called a bond, a debt security finance. And I'm going to just quickly introduce to you to show you that this is possible. And we've done already up to 500 million rands of investment since March up till September now. And this is where we say we build our opportunity and we are lying in the technology business opportunities. Then we buy build the financial instruments. This is your PTY Limited, and we can do an IP asset-backed securitization on that. And then we build a debt security bond. It means that it's like equity. If something fails, the bond will stand security to your investment. So as I said, we've done a couple of businesses already between March and now, and that's 500 million rands. And the companies that is building these bonds has done already in South Africa investments up to $8 billion US. So there are those big projects. So what I want to say is that if you really know how to do something, how to build a financial instrument and a financial model, not financial statements, but financial models and financial instruments, you can gain access to formal capital markets. So here again is our new value chain approach, and it's in this build the feasible business opportunity that we actually build the business case, the IP portfolios, and the financial models to secure for us the capital that we need to establish the business and manage it. Now, where can we do this skills development? That is with the TIA Academy, with Sinisha and Wynand, Dr. Wynand that just spoke, to take you guys really through this process and capacitate you to build feasible business opportunities, obtain your financial requirements that you need for the startup, and joining up with the skills book from Dr. Wynand to assist you guys to manage these opportunities over time and at sustainable profits. So if you are interested in this line, feel free to contact uh, our Sanisha there at the TIA, and we can introduce you to the TIA Academy. It's a 4-house system that will take you through the dynamic processes of formal business planning, facilitate your finances, and start your business and make it work. Thank you very much.
That was Professor Albert van Niekerk. I don't want to take away much from your presentation, but truly, you were quite correct in saying issues around money, issues around financial strategies are the basis and core to whether business fails or succeeds or whether they even start. So we look forward to engaging with your notes and your presentation there, Professor. I'm really enjoying what you and Dr. Vainand had shared, just new terms that I think we are using now currently as food for thoughts. You told us about the generation that is coming up around grant entrepreneurs and grant entrepreneurs that are now depending on either grant loans or even from an NPO, NPCO, NGO space, how grants are being now used as a basis to fund businesses. So thank you very much for then sharing what are the new value chains that we should be approaching. And you actually reminded me of a simple arithmetic that says that your income will or can only grow to the extent that you do. And those are sentiments shared by T. Harv Aker. So thank you very much, Professor, for sharing that.